At least 4 people are dead this evening, 3 others injured as a result of a shooting here in King City. While a 2-block portion of this coastal path is still open, winter storms led to further erosion and another 1-block closure of the path. The city of Capitola is now trying to navigate the next steps as it continues to battle Mother Nature. Thousands of feet from where the wharf is, you can still see the bathroom structure here at the mouth of the San Lorenzo River, which has some in the community asking what the process is for cleaning up all of the debris. The good news here that Selena's fire thankfully have the situation under control. Well, Veronica, we actually have some breaking news. In just the last few minutes, Salina City Council decided on who will be filling that District 3 seat. It's just been over a week since this pro-Palestinian encampment formed here at UC Santa Cruz's campus. But let me step out of the way and show you just kind of what the scene is looking like here. You can hear and see the machinery just behind me clearing out much of that debris. We've got a pile of debris that's been cleared out right over there as Capitola police still have closed off this area. Definitely quite a sight and definitely quite a smell too. I noticed as soon as I got here to San Carlos Beach, you can see the hundreds of sea lions that have taken over the beach here. 350 kids have registered in the program. Rigo says it's all part of their mission that he says is changing our community one punch at a time. But this warm weather starts to make its way into the area ahead of the holiday weekend. I just had to take a dip into the water here myself. So today marked the first day that the carnival is open to the public, but it actually slid into town on Tuesday to help get set up. And of course, the giant slide here, just one of the many ride options. As I tried to scoot my way down, I promise you there are many that are much more thrilling than this. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KION News at 5:30. I'm Austin Castro. I spoke with local officials who say the waiting game on these funds is leaving some counties in a financial fiasco. We begin with those rising temperatures we're seeing with multiple alerts in place across our area tonight. We have team coverage with KION's Danya Romero telling us how the heat is increasing the potential dangers of illegal fireworks. Justice finally arriving for Ann Pham this morning, the man accused of murdering the 5-year-old Seaside girl in 1982, pleading guilty in court early on Thursday.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
The concerns surrounding the Santa Cruz Wharf continue in the aftermath of Monday's partial collapse.
We felt a shake under the wharf, a huge quake, and I said, step back from the railing. Then I said, you guys watch this rogue wave. And it lifted up the end of the wharf, at least 30 feet.
Jamila Starr is now raising new questions in the day after the incident. When asked if construction should have been happening amid the dangerous conditions.
Of course not. And actually, the wharf should probably be closed.
Local officials outlined what's next in a roundtable session Tuesday.
The section that did come down was an active construction site that was open with a lot of different vehicles that provided really the perfect situation for it to collapse. It's an unfortunate event, but it does not speak to the overall integrity or structural capacity of the wharf itself.
Thousands of feet from where the wharf is, you can still see the bathroom structure here at the mouth of the San Lorenzo River, which has some in the community asking what the process is for cleaning up all of the debris.
We're working with our partners and we're following our coastal incident response plan right now currently to establish a plan moving forward for cleanup.
Santa Cruz Mayor Fred Keeley was joined by Congressman Jimmy Panetta Tuesday morning as they assessed the extent of the damage.
This is a long recovery effort, and I believe that everybody, be it at the city, at the county, at the state, and at the federal level, is going to have to be involved so that we can get this iconic wharf back up and running.
The wharf remains closed to the public as damage assessment continues with no reopening timeline. Officials add they are working with wharf businesses to coordinate a time to further close up their shops and transport any necessary food off the wharf. A group of flood victims are looking to sue several public entities in civil court. They say they are responsible for the winter flooding that devastated their livelihoods.
They don't know the suffering that we went through. And just to shove it like nothing, and we're going to continue.
Sonia Corrales saw her Watsonville home flooded from the Corralitos and Salsipuedas Creek. She says everything she went through was preventable.
I understand natural disasters occur, but this was not a natural disaster. This was the negligence of them not maintaining the levee and the creeks.
Corrales is one of hundreds of other people filing claims against several public entities. Those behind it are looking to hold Monterey County, Santa Cruz County, the city of Watsonville, Pajaro Regional Flood Management Agency, and Monterey County Water Resources Agency accountable for failing to prevent the levee failure. The claims are being filed this week. I reached out to all 5 entities listed. All declined to comment directly on the claims. However, Monterey and Santa Cruz County deferred to what they've been doing for flood victims so far.
The county Department of Emergency Management is working with a group of individuals to create this recovery task force for the community of Pajaro.
These are areas that are known to the communities that live there. They flood all the time, and we just think it's about time that they get some relief because it's a huge inconvenience. Their streets are underwater. They're out of their homes. They're mud up on their couches and on their walls, and it's just time to do something before the next winter comes.
Pajaro restaurant owner Imelda Gonzalez has also filed a claim after losing her business to flooding. She's hoping for change to prevent this kind of thing from happening again.
I just feel like there wasn't enough. There wasn't enough information. There wasn't enough any type of help to prevent this from happening.
One of the lead lawyers representing the victims tells me that more than 500 people are included in this case. Additionally, both Sonia and Imelda tell me that between insurance and the resources, it's still not enough and they're continuing to struggle financially. Reporting in Pajaro, Austin Castro, KION News Channel 46. As runners take on the 2023 Monterey Bay Half Marathon, it also marks a comeback for 2 runners who underwent a terrifying ordeal.
We have 2 gentlemen who are running this weekend who were in the event last year, who both unfortunately had cardiac arrest during the event.
During the 2022 event, Greg Gonzalez and Michael Heileman separately had a fatal heart rhythm called ventricular fibrillation. Thankfully, Dr. Stephen Loam from the Community Hospital of the Monterey Peninsula was also running and able to perform CPR in both instances.
Both have made full recoveries, and I've gotten to know Greg and Mike. They're such amazing people and are doing so well.
This year, Dr. Loam is back with Greg and Michael to take on the half marathon course once again. I asked them prior to race day, at what point did they decide to come back?
It was pretty much, I think, right away. Almost even in the hospital.
In the hospital, I decided I would finish the race. No doubt in my mind, I was coming back to finish.
The 3 were honored at the start line of this year's race.
Make some noise for these 2 survivors and our heroic Dr. Loam.
Through their harrowing experience, spawned a new friendship, uniting them at the 2023 Monterey Bay Half Marathon.
We want to use this to spread a positive message. It's such a wonderful story with such a great outcome.
Without a doubt, when we finish tomorrow, it will be the best moment in my life, without a doubt.